In our use today of that word adoption, we generally mean a legal process by where someone else's child is accepted to be your child. He legally becomes yours. But it's just a matter of law, and it's done, and it's good that people are willing to do that. But whatever the DNA was of that child when you adopted him remains the same. It doesn't change. If you are Norwegian and you adopt a Chinese child, he'll look like a Chinese man for the rest of his life. Nothing will change. But the word that's translated in Ephesians and in Romans that says adoption, in the Hebrew, the word means son placing. And it's done in what we call, or what they call a bar mitzvah, which is, the word bar mitzvah means son of the law. And when the Jewish boys reach about age 12 or 13, depending on how you interpret that age, or the girls reach that age, they are given a formal ceremony in which they are introduced to the public as now responsible under the law to be moving into adult society. So that is that ceremony called publicly placing our son in the responsibility position has been sadly interpreted as adoption. That's not the right word for it. So when it says in Romans, for example, and I think it's in Ephesians where it talks about being predestined to the adoption, it means that God is predestined that his children will grow up into maturity and become responsible. When Jesus was at the temple at age 12, it says, when his mother and stepfather Joseph finally found him, he said, "Don't you realize it's time for me to be about the Father's business?" That's what this is all about. It's time for me to enter into the business of the Father, not as a little newborn baby, but as a young man who's now growing up, and it's time to enter into adult society. So the Lord says that's what he has determined, that all his people will come to that.